Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? It is another day on the World of Otium server. This is a Wandering Nerd, and we are here in the province car, which is just looking awesome. I mean, I'm standing up here on top of the library. We've got our mosque, we've got a salon, we've got our entranceway, our portal. This province is really coming together. I got some tidying up to do. I'm going to be doing today. Going to be going over to the slum areas, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a wrecked building over there. Is what I think I'm going to do. But I need to go gather some supplies. I have sort of consolidated most of my stuff, put a lot of it away, and that is what we're going to do. So we're going to go over to the slums. We're going to take one of our, going to go take one of Desert Rat's buildings over there, reconstruct it, and then knock it down. It's kind of the idea behind it. So let me go and wander over there. I'll show you what we're kind of talking about, and then I'll be back with you here in a bit. All right, welcome back. So this is the slum area. And you can definitely get the feel. It's very, very tight. It's very, very dirty. There's not a lot of green. A little bit of grass here and there. But everything's basically bushes and so forth. And that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to extend that over. And what we're going to do is we are going to probably beat up this path right here. So this is the end of our path coming in here. We're going to break this up and sort of spread this out a little bit so that it heads off in this direction. Not sure what I'm going to do right here yet, if anything yet. I got to think on that one. But what I want to do is I want to take one of these buildings right here, and I'm going to have it sitting right here. Got on me out here. Place it right here. I think I want to make it tighter than that. Place it right here. Yeah, something like and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually knock it over. I'm going to build up something that's going to be similar to that one in height. And then what I want to do is I want to wreck the top floor and have it slide off the back and be sitting as some rubble right over here. At least that's the intention of it. And then what we'll do is we'll probably build up a sort of a well or something, a watering hole. We're gonna make it nice and dark and dingy. As far as like a well over here. This is by our soup kitchen where we have some more villagers that are feeding everybody. But that's what we're gonna do over here. So I need to gather up some materials for this. Get me some sandstone, and I think this is dark oak. Spruce fences. And that's what we're going to pull in there. Some spruce fences, different kinds of sandstone, some stairs, that kind of thing. Like I said, I'm going to build this up. Do one or two levels, probably the basement level. It won't have any mats or anything into it, or anything like that, because it's going to be a wrecked building, and nobody will be able to live in it. And get that put in place right here. And then what I'm going to do, like I said, build a well and so forth over here for them to, and some paths so they can pick up the water, that kind of thing. So there's a little bit of running water, sort of a well for the slum area. That's not quite the same thing. A fancy fountain and all that stuff over here, sort of just where they're barely able to get going. Maybe do a little bit of a fence or something. I really do like. Haven't really thought this entirely through. This fence sort of segregate. Keep the riffraff out kind of thing. That is put together right here. That may not be a bad idea. Sort of keep them out of the rest of the town. And I almost want to build a small back entrance over here. That's just for this slum area. Gotta think about that one. A lot of ideas just popped into my head as I was walking you guys through this, but for sure, we definitely want to knock down a building. So Let me go gather up some resources, and then I'll be back with you here in a bit. All right, welcome back. So we went and picked up some resources, and we've got a little bit of stuff going here. So I'm going to pop our first door right here. I'm going to build up. We're going to actually cut this in two. Now, so the first floor is going to be relatively stable, and I'm just using sandstone. We'll come back and we'll give it some texture with some other blocks for sure. Poke the windows out, give it some of the stairs, the chisel, that kind of thing. This is this floor. Going up to the next one. We're literally going to make it this tall right here. So I'm going to sort of build the structure up, and then, like I said, then we're going to knock it over. Get to that level. And what I think I want to do is, you can see here where that. You can see right here where we have this sort of here's a good example. One little area that's going up a little higher. What I want to do is I want to kind of make it like this one, but knock this part of it off. This whole level right here, and a little bit down into the lower level is right. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so we're at this level right here. All right. Used sandstone on the top as well. Get easier. That's the nice thing about this, is just being able to, I'm just building a box. Nothing fancy. We'll come back in, like I said, we'll come back in, add the texture here. So, all right, so we're still here. I got a question for y'all, just to figure out what you guys are thinking. Are you guys excited about the 1.13 release? Definitely a thing. Definitely something we're working on here constantly. We've been chatting up what we're going to do with it, how we're going to do as far as the next season. And yep, when the next season comes out, we are going to when 1.13 comes up, we are definitely going to be resetting the server, so that's something to keep in mind. You guys are enjoying that. We do have a reset coming, and that's pretty common. You can kind of see that with a lot of the servers. If you guys are watching anybody else's videos out, mean green, a lot of servers will reset on these major updates, that kind of thing. There we go. So I don't think I brought the right wood with me, did I? That's jungle. I do have it. Sweet. Jungle planks going here. Probably. Right. We're going to this floor out right quick. Right. Probably not enough plank. Actually, okay. We're gonna have to do more for the ceiling. That's so Yep. Oops. Actually, you know what? I think I do. Take it. Yeah. There's our floor. Yeah. And that'll work. So, right. Let's get a little bit more. Sticks. Some. Don't need a lot. Sleep real quick. Don't get creepered. You know the building inspectors are going to come out. Of course, they're going to come and get me because they... All right, so boom, boom. I'm just going to put them in on all of them, and we're going to take some of these out for sure. Right. What I want to do is go. Gonna go up right here. So that means is this wall no longer that way. How high did make these? So full block. Right. We're on the and yeah, we're gonna knock out holes in some of these. We're right now want to fill the whole thing in. All right. That one's going to be anything on this wall right here. I'm going to leave as a block because the problem is that if I punch out along here, it's not going to make any sense. And this is much more for feel than anything else. It's not for... It's not expected anybody to walk around. That's kind of the reason why I did the partial ladder. You can get up to it if you jump and up of it. We are going to have partial ladder. I fell down. All right, so this is where we're going to begin, and I need to go look at the upper floor here. Do this upper floor here is the sandstone slabs for a little bit higher. That's right. I'm gonna have additional floor on this. We're gonna do another layer. Ladder. We're gonna go. Maybe that's Hmm. Okay. All right. So, nice square box. Add some texture to that. So, let me get the right height with this, and then I'll be back in a bit. Because I think I'm going to need to do a little bit of tweaking on the design. Just a little bit, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but definitely something I wasn't directly taking into account. So let me get this levels laid out, and I'll be back with you here in a bit. All right, welcome back. So we're headed back from a short little supply run, and if you know, you've taken a world download and been able to see where this province is located relative to other things, you'll probably know what we went and got. But we are going to be doing our knocking down of this this building here, and then we're gonna go back through and rough it up. All right, so what we are gonna do is we're gonna knock out this corner. Is what we're gonna do. Have it slump. What we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a little bit of work here, and I'm gonna be really careful. I'm only gonna do one or two of these at a time. Don't want them setting each other off or blowing anything else up. First thing I'm gonna do, get a nice little screenshot of this just in case something happens. This we're gonna off. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So, that was a lot more destructive than I thought it was going to be. Oh well. All right. So let's go back up here. Take a look at what we've got here and what we're going to do with this. So what this means is this stuff up here got to come down. It also means this gotta come that. So basically what we're doing is anything that was sort of freestanding over there is no longer going to be connected. That makes sense. Right. So nice big hole in that. What we're gonna do is we are gonna drop a lot of this sand. I'm gonna do. What I want to do is I want to sort of picture this whole thing sort of falling, and that's going to be the. I mean, I know it's not going to look perfect. Going to kind of fall in that direction. What we want to do, this wall, this way. Well, let's say that this section right here is what that this sort of this support came off, and that's where it fell from. That fell this way. This. There's it. There we go. So that's that part of the wall. Just sort of fell over that. Yeah, I'm liking that. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of pile of rubble right here. We're not actually going to... I'm sure that... And this is a pile of rubble, so unlike, I'm sure if you've been following me, you've seen some of the videos that I've been doing where we've got piles of rocks where we sort of dig down a little bit more to begin with, and then go. This is a pile of rubble. That, yeah, I'm liking that. So we just knocked down part of that living space. Definitely not somewhere anybody would want to continue to live, and that's sort of part of the idea behind it. So, can't really tell from here. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna knock down part of this. I'm not gonna do quite as big of a I'm not going to take out the whole corner, but I definitely want to get some explosions in there. Let's out wall. We're gonna do science. All right. So hopefully that should blow a hole into the happens. Wow! TNT science and sandstone do not mix. Do you know what? I think I want to go with that. Wow, that was a big hole. Wow. Okay. So what do you guys think of that? You think that was a... You guys expect that big of an explosion? I sure didn't. Yeah, there we go. All right. Knock down that right there. All right, so let me go ahead and finish this up. Let me put some textures and details, get some sand in here, stuff like that, and come back and let's show you the finished product. So I'll be back here in a bit. All right, welcome back. So we're gonna walk up to the slum area and take a look at what we got finished here. You kind of see this actually worked out really well. Let's start back over here at the fountain. This really worked out. We can kind of see, but it's really well hidden behind that tree that you don't get this obvious destruction. And then you walk in here, and then all of a sudden it just sort of jumps out at you. Well, it's got problems. I think it turned out really, really well. I was still hoping to work on something back over here in this corner. I didn't think this was going to take as long. It was near... Fun with TNT is one thing, but just building this and then blowing it up and then getting it to look right, I thought really was a lot of fun. Didn't take nearly as long as I expected it to. I was able to do a lot of it on camera, which was really nice. And come back in here and get maybe a few more textures. I think this really turned out well. I got this wall on the ground, pile of rubble. Yeah, I really liked how this turned out. And definitely adds some life to this slum area. Yeah, so that's all I have time for today. Thank you guys very much. Love to hear your guys' feedback as always. You can leave me comments down below. I do respond to all of them. I still have the ability to do that. Hopefully at some point the channel will be big enough where unfortunately I won't be able to respond to them all, but right now, if you leave me a comment, do expect a response. And I'll also respond on Twitter. You can find me there at A Wandering Nerd. Hopefully you guys like today's video. Hit the thumbs up button down below. And if you want to see more like this, definitely subscribe. So we are wrapping things up here, I think, at least in this section. Sort of depending upon what we're going to do. Might add a whole nother section onto this province. Haven't really decided firmly what we're going to do yet, but this is definitely looking a fun province to do. Lots of fun to do. So again, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, this is the Wandering Nerd.